What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video. My name is Chris.
And I'm Heather.
And yeah, so welcome to the channel. For today's video, we're gonna go over our brand new 2020 Chevy Blazer. And we just picked it up last weekend, so we've had the car for about a week. This is currently her car, so she drives it to and from work a couple miles every day. But with that being said, we just want to do a little quick tour and walk around with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So we do live in Florida. We've had some afternoon thunderstorms and stuff like that roll in. So for the sake of the video, we'll be doing the interior here in the garage just in case it decides to rain. And then later on, we'll probably pull out the car and we'll show you guys the exterior. How's that sound?
Good to me.
Alright, so with that being said, let's go ahead and see what's inside our new car. Just a little sneak peek for you on the outside. Alright, so to start things off, we're going to be going off of the little sticker placard that goes on the car when you purchase it. So they let us keep it, so it gives us detailed information on everything that we have. So to start things, we're going to go over the keyless or the remote vehicle start. So here's your key fob that it comes with. Nice handy dandy. It's got the Chevrolet emblem on the back. It's got the lock button, unlock, engine start, and your trunk. So once you got your key fob in hand, you're just going to do a double lock twice, and you're gonna hold it down. So once that's activated, from what the dealer was saying, the engine's not on. It's just gonna be everything battery wise, but the AC will be running. So on a hot day like we usually have here in Florida, we can go ahead and start the car up. It'll be nice and cool down once we get there. This also has the keyless entry. That's what the key fob's for. So you can come in here, unlock it, and come right in. Alright, so once you're in the car, like I said, everything's not going to be on. The car's not on, but if you look at all the gauges, nothing's really on. So in order to get your car fully alive, you need to put your foot on the brake, and right over here you got your start engine stop. You're going to go ahead and press that, and then your car, there you have it. Everything will be functioning the way it needs to be, and your car is now on. Alright, so next on Stan's list we have the 3-inch infotainment system. Alright, so here it is. It comes with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, whatever you guys have. It's got the whole navigation, set up your music, whole 9 yards. We're not going to really go too far in depth on that, but just know that this car has it. Another cool thing when you're driving this thing, it's got an 8-inch dash. So if you come look at this, it's very modern, very tech heavy looking.
All digital. Yeah,
very digital. So you can scroll through different things. With the little scroll here on your steering wheel, you can see things as far as your trip mileage, that's basic, and then your fuel range. You'll have your oil life, tire pressures, and you can even clock your drive time, things like that. Yeah, so I do like how big this cluster is, very new looking. And yeah, so you got your RPMs on the left, got your battery voltage there. So that battery gauge is actually really important because in this model right here in 2020 to 2019 didn't have it, but it has the engine control, stop, start, system override. So this little button right here on the right hand side of your steering wheel, this button right here will let you deactivate the auto stop. In the 2019 models they don't have this, so the 2020, and I'm pretty sure the 2020 and up, they will have that button for you. So that's pretty handy because I know a lot of drivers find that kind of annoying. That's when you're at a stoplight or whatever. If you stop for a certain period of time, the engine will actually shut off, go to a lower RPM, and then start back up. So if you don't want to deal with that, just go ahead and push that handy dandy button. So this is our first Chevy that we've ever bought. So a lot of people that I know have actually talked about this, and I just got reminded when I saw it on this little placard, but they talk about the noise canceling. So I know I haven't really been driving this car, but what were you just telling me?
Sometimes when I start the car, I don't even know it's on.
Yeah, so right now the car is currently on. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but let me shut the door real quick, and we'll see what the difference is. Yeah, so very quiet when you shut the doors. I don't know if you guys could audibly hear it, but you can definitely tell a difference. So just getting to the bottom of the list of the technology features that we have in here. So yeah, you have the OnStar services. That's all extra money. I'm sure you guys know of that. And then right here, the rear seat reminder. That's actually funny, but also not funny. So what happens is when you turn off your car, it's gonna prompt you. It's gonna prompt you to check the back seat. There it goes, right there. Rear seat reminder, check the back seat. And what they check that for is just to make sure you're not forgetting a family member, dog, or anything important back there, I guess. And that's part of the safety feature that they sadly have to incorporate, since there's been incidences where people like to forget things. Alright, I'm going to hop out of the car because I wanted to show you guys the seating arrangements for at least the front side of the vehicle. So I'm 5'11", you're 5'2". Quite frankly, there's going to be differences on the seating. So good thing this thing has an 8-way seat, so it can go forward, back, up, down, and then you can tilt either way. It's got lumbar support, which is very fantastic for me. I have lower back pain, so back here you can feel it kind of supporting your lumbar spine. And then of course this comes back and forth. But yeah, that's it for this chair. So just to clarify, where to make sure both seats are semi the same. So this one has an 8-seat adjustment, and the passenger side, to clarify, it has 6.
So it goes back, forth, up, down, back, forward.
Okay, so has everything this chair has except for the seating, where it doesn't go, doesn't tilt. So again, keep in mind she's 5'2", and plenty of headspace. And here I am at 5'11", plenty of headspace. So I know this isn't really mentioned too much or very often, but most cars, when you gotta change up your steering wheel, a lot of them only kind of go up and down. Well, this one you can actually pull out. It's got a whole bunch of different functions you can do with it, so I find that pretty handy. So if you're shorter, this could probably really benefit you, you know? So I do like that aspect of it, but we're gonna keep it right here just for now, because that's what she has it set at, and I'm kind of comfortable with how it is right here. But just know that is an option. And while we're sitting in here, one of the first things I noticed about this car was this right here. This is nice and comfortable. This is nice and comfortable. So when you're driving, you can sit comfortably, like you have two, what are those called? Captain's chairs? Captain chairs, armrests. So very comfortable to kind of sit in. Alright, so the lovely assistant's gonna go over the interior of this car. So if we go down this list, so first things first is they're talking about the perforated leather.
So, what did she call it at the dealership?
It's almost like it's the upper version of pleather. So this isn't real leather, but it definitely feels like it. Doesn't feel cheap at all. And if you also notice, it has the red trim along all these chairs in here, along the dash. And yeah, so nice little red accents, even to include the steering wheel. And it's like that in the back as well, which we'll get back to here pretty soon.
Another option, I don't know if it comes with any other Blazer, but it does come with the RS, is a heating, oh, it won't turn on, but a heated steering wheel. We don't need to use that anytime soon, but if we do, it's there. There's also heated seats on, I believe, both sides of the vehicle. Yep. Not AC seats, just heated seats, but that'll still come in handy in the winter. Another thing that's really nice about this vehicle, you can't really see because it's not on right now, but it is dual, what is that called? Dual climate control. So this side only controls the driver's side, and this side controls the passenger and the back. And the nice part is it comes with vents in the back of the vehicle as well, so our child can go ahead and be cool as well. One thing that is not dual climate control though is the level of, what is that called? Airflow. So if you want it on high, you have to have it on high throughout the entire vehicle.
Alright, so before we move further along, I want to touch base on this climate control again. I love my car nice and cold. She loves it a little warmer, so this is kind of the perfect world for both of us. And I just wanted to show you guys all the gauges now. So this big bezel ring right here towards the end, that's your climate control, so you'll see all your temperatures rising and lowering. Just wanted to show you guys that's what it's going to look like. And just another big thing to notice too, which I think are really cool, just these AC vents in general, they look like a jet turbine. So when you look in here, you'll see that you can maneuver them in a lot of different ways. So that's closed, that's open, and then these have like a 360 little view, so or you can move these things around like 360 degrees and aim it to exactly where you want. So those have good value, I believe in. Pretty cool.
Oh, so right here we have the universal home remote. We have yet to set it up. We don't know how to, so we kind of have to get that figured out. But these are garage door openers. Another cool thing is that these dome lights, they're LED and they're all throughout the vehicle, which you can't really notice here during the day, but at night it really brightens up the car.
So here's the two up front, and towards the back, when I first initially drove the car, I couldn't find them because usually they're centered here in the middle, but as Heather's pointing out, they're right there behind the what is it called, coat hangers. Yeah, well, she likes to call them the oh shit handles, but yeah, so that's where they are in the back. Don't let your kids find it, they'll sit there and play around with it. Okay, another thing with this car is all the power outlets we have in here.
So up at the front right here, we don't have a cigarette lighter, we just have one USB charger, and we have yet to kind of figure out what this is. And we also have down here, we have an SD card, another USB, another one of those strange ports, and we have a cigarette lighter port. Then back here we have an actual charger port, so you could just bring in your phone charger. I don't know, can you see it?
So
right
that's
here?
120 volt. So as you guys can tell, yeah, you can stick back an extension or something back here if you wanted to. And like she said, you have the additional USB and
strange port.
we're gonna figure out what that one's called for you. And last but not least, all the way in the back, we have an additional cigarette lighter right there, hiding right there next in the back of the wheel well right here. So reading further, we have the inside rear view mirror auto dimming, so that will automatically dim right here. It's kind of hard to tell right now. And then we also, I forgot to mention too, we have a little sunglass carrier or whatever else you want to put in here. Help alleviate clutter around your dash and everything like that.
So they're all power windows, but with the passenger, with the driver window, you just have to press down and they'll go down automatically by themselves. But you do have to hold them to go back up, with the exception of the driver, which the drivers will go up automatically. So there are multiple ways to open up this liftgate. This part is my favorite though.
Alright, for you mothers out there.
There are multiple ways to open up this liftgate, which I absolutely love. One of which is my favorite, is kicking underneath.
So if your hands are full, because you got a stroller, you got a baby in your hand, or you're getting those groceries that this thing's gonna be going to go ahead and do, that's gonna be your best friend right there. So this car's equipped with it, with the RS. I'm not too sure about the other trims. Do you know?
I think you have to pay extra, but it did come with the RS. And then you just click right here to close. There are also 3 other ways to open up this liftgate if you don't want to use the kick option. There's a button down here. There's a button on your key. And then when you come up to the front seat, you just press right here and it's open as well, which is super convenient.
And if you guys take a look, there's an actual knob on here and will allow you to open up fully 3/4 of the way, or you can actually even turn it off. Alright, so that is the full tailgate all the way open. Go ahead and shut it real quick. We'll see what 3/4 of the way does when we change it over. And at 3/4 of the way, that looks like it's all the way. Hang on, let's see.
Actually, no, it's not. Wait. I don't know. I don't think so because...
Actually, you know what? I think that is low.
To go higher.
I think that's lower. So let's see. Right now, the way it is... Watch out. I'll actually hit my head with it 3/4 of the way open. So we'll go ahead and gauge that again. So we're going to go ahead and shut this one more time. And then I'll have Heather go ahead and put it to full mode and we'll see what happens. So she's on full mode, fully open, so go ahead, hit it. Yep, there's definitely a difference. So we didn't really notice it at first, and maybe you guys wouldn't have noticed it at the dealership or anything, but now I can clear this tailgate. So that's actually a lot higher by a good maybe foot or two. So that is the difference right there. So it looks like these are hydraulically driven. And yeah. Okay, last little bit to top off the interior of this car. So here it is. It's a lot of space back here. You have this little this little device right here, it slides back and forth, so it helps out if you have, so it'll help keep everything in place. If you got a suitcase or something, you don't want anything sliding, shifting around. There's that, and that came with the car. They have other accessories where you have like a netting, keeps everything bolted down to where you want it. But also I want to talk about what is under here. There you go, you have a full 18-inch spare tire. Looks like you got the jack stand, everything else required of it. So we'll go ahead and check that. And then last but not least, so it's back to these LED lights. We have those, and right here you'll see this little handle. We have one on both sides, and that is for that second row. So what happens is those actually fold down, but due to a car seat, which is a really pain in the butt to get in and out, we're not going to be demonstrating that today. But if you guys do want to see that demonstrated, let us know in the description below, and then we can make a video for you guys. But all you would really do is pull this, and that seat actually folds forward. You don't even have to do anything with the headrest. That actually folds into the ground over there, and it's a very easy way to go ahead and lower those seats. And real quick, one more thing to mention, they didn't talk about it in that little placard, and that's what we were going off of, but these back seats right here, they actually fold back. So there you go. So if you're on a long road trip or something like that, you have that ability. The only one downfall is this is the one seat that can do it, and then on the left hand side those two chairs are together, so the middle person has to kind of bear what they want to do. And as far as room in the back, the middle seat does not have that little notorious lump in the middle. It lays flat across, so you can expect that. Here's your two AC vents that we've already discovered. It's got little pocket holders on each side, and yeah, it's just the pretty much standard door. This is pretty comfortable, just like I was mentioning up there in the front seat. Yeah, pretty basic. Got the one cup holder and your speaker, just about the same as the other side. So behind the safety device right here, there's actually two more cup holders. I think they're full size, that fold down and become an armrest. But once again, we can't really show you that right now just because of the car seat. But I promise you, they are there. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the interior of this car. But we can say we do want to get something to help protect the back area over here. So we're pretty sure to let you guys know what we decide to do with that. Alright, for you gentlemen out there, be advised. When you're out there test driving these things, or you're out there trying to shut your door, don't manually hulk it down. I made the mistake of doing that on our test drive, and my wife and the dealer kind of got on my butt. So they want to make sure you guys come over here and just touch this button. Alright, it's as simple as that. So don't be going over there trying to shut it manually.
You will break it.
You'll say some words towards yourself. Kind of funny how sidetracked we got with that little piece of paper, but just want to touch up on a couple little other things while we're in here and we're talking about the interior. So I like the little bow tie right here. It's got like a nice little, I wouldn't really call it carbon fiber. I don't know what you would call that, but that looks pretty decent. So over here on the left hand side of the steering wheel, you have your light settings. We have it on auto, so you got your fog lights, things of that nature. You can turn them off. And then this right here will dim and lower your lighting. So that's pretty cool. You just push it down, it'll lock it into whatever setting you have. Right here is your parking brake. Okay, so that's where that's going to be located. Those sound like they're hydraulic brakes as well. Whenever you go to engage it or not, you can hear everything you can hear some fluids pumping. They don't have paddle shifters or anything. It's just a straight manual. But right here on the joystick, you have a positive and negative for the gear situations when you have it in drive. Last but not least, you have your parking assist. So set off little beeps and reminders that you're close to something. So here you have it for the road, you have a snow mode, and you have a track mode. And those all show up on your dash when you go ahead and change it. One little thing is there is a little delay when you're going to change it. It can be a little annoying if you go ahead, if you have to do something really quick. It does have a little delay, but pretty cool. And this is probably the one car that I've owned where I put it in sport mode and it actually wakes the car up. Most cars you don't really feel any difference, but this car, it definitely woke it up in the sport mode. So I felt like it actually had the 308 horsepower that Chevy tells you it has. Oh yes, at night too, you can kind of see it, but down here in this trim, there's a little glowing light that'll show up. That's a nice little accent. There's another one that hides behind the door panels. on both sides. It's cool because it allows you to see what you're kind of looking at night. But yeah, so those are there. Okay, you can kind of see it there. A little light strip there, and there's another one that hides out over here somewhere. Cup holders could be a little bigger for being an SUV, but we can live with that. That is okay. You got a storage compartment there, another one below, and then you also have another one that slides in right here, so you can hide like papers or anything like that. And yeah, the driver's side does not have that. And another weird little quirky thing that we noticed was the glove box. There's an actual button for it, which enables you to lock it right there as it is. So there's that. There's no handle on there. It's just a lock away, so you would have to use the glove box or the glove box button. So on top of all of that, we also brings you to the roof. The roof is actually black. It's not the tan looking ones that we're used to seeing, or gray. So I really do like the black accent in here. And if you look, it's got these little speakers all around the car. You notice one's there. There's two towards the back. And that helps overall with your, what's that called?
Bluetooth.
Yeah, your Bluetooth to the car. Here is your light. Or here is your mirror. Comes with a little light. That's pretty cool if you're gonna do your makeup or whatever, for whatever reason. Fully adjustable sun visor, so that's a pretty good option. That this actually comes back and it will actually do its job. You're not just stuck with half of the window covered. Nice. All right, one last quick view of the interior as if you were driving. So there you go. There's that gorgeous little 8-inch screen right there in front of you. Got your Apple, Android Auto, CarPlay, AC vents. Nice red stitching all over the chairs. Just a very comfortable ride. All right, and there you have that. Is the interior view of our brand new 2020 Chevy Blazer RS. Alright, as you guys can tell, it is now nightfall. So here is a view of your cockpit. And here's the lighting situation that we were talking about earlier. So, a little luminescent light right here. One here down below. Gives you a good angle of your controls right there, your door handle. And then they even have one down here in your cubbies. Shines again through here of the cup holder. And then come over to the side, the driver's window or driver's side. You get that light bar again right here, displaying all the windows. And then you also have a light in your cubby as well on this end. A little bit of a light right here in your center console. And then towards the back of the car, we're in the back seat right now. And then you also have one right above or right inside your door handles. And again, like I said, if you guys want to, you can adjust it right here with this knob. You guys aren't gonna be able to see what I'm doing right now, but there's a little knob right here, and it goes from light to dark. So once again, that's light to dark. Alright, just finished editing this video and I actually forgot to throw in an outro. So with that being said, here is said outro. I want to say thanks for watching. If you guys like the channel, consider subscribing. We have a lot of car content coming up, especially with the new Blazer. I got other cars that I like to work on as well. We do family vlog type of things like that. And yeah, we're in Florida, so things are always changing. And things are always exciting around here. So if you guys like theme parks and things like that, like I said, consider subscribing. Heather is gone right now, so I'll speak for both of us. Just want to say thanks for watching. Never live your life on idle, and we will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Peace.